On the road, everybody's here. Oh yeah, you know what? We got to click the record button too. Okay, everybody. Hello. Welcome to our weekly 10-10-10 call. It's kind of been our new thing. I think we started end of July and we like it, right? So we have a 10-minute testimonial coming up for you, a 10 minutes of a fiery business training, and 10 minutes of product training. So you guys, it's like best of all the worlds here in Plexus. And I love that we get to pack it in like 30 minutes-ish. Janessa is on here. She knows, same it. I know it's an ish, but still. So a few quick announcements, you guys, because it's end of month, right? We have a last minute messenger chat event brought to us tonight by Senior Ruby, Ali Bashan, and Team Growing Good Guts. So blessed by that. Put a message in the comments if you want to be added. For our GG team, we are pulling together all the details of our true retreat for this October out here in Scottsdale. I am counting down the days. I cannot wait to squeeze you all. There's so many people to meet, to kiss your cheeks. Congrats, you know what, to all of you who worked so hard to earn a spot on this special retreat. And I'm going to say this too. Congrats to all of you who worked so hard and didn't earn your spot this time around. We are so proud of you all. We love you all. And we're here to empower you guys, right, in your business in the days to come. Last minute reminder, there is a 5-day training coming up on September the 6th. That many of us on our team are doing together. It's $19. And this is a 5-day coaching course with Diamond Emily Gibson coaching. I have experienced like really, really good quality stuff through Emily Gibson over the years. She's helped me move forward in my mindset and my skill set in this business. So we'll be debriefing every day together. I think it's going to be really, really great. I expect a lot of breakthroughs for our teams. As we pour into ourselves, we're going to be able to pour out back, right, onto our customers, onto our teams, and build our businesses stronger. Okay, here we go. You guys, we're starting with a health testimonial. I see Emily on here. This makes me so happy. Get ready for this story, you guys. She's going to be sharing a story about her daughter actually on the products. And I remember messaging back and forth with Emily concerning her daughter and stopping and praying like, oh Lord, help this to work. Like these products I think could really do the trick and you guys are just gonna love her. You guys, after Emily, we have the fabulous, the fantastic, and my friend, Sonya Dudley. You guys, she's a diamond. She went diamond in like 10 months. So you're probably going to want to like, you know, take the notes. She has some goodness for us today. At the end of the call, we're going to have our product training by my amazing level 1, Reba Sandborn. She was my dream teamer. Like, you know, when you make your list and when you join this business and they say, who do you really want to work with? Who would be amazing at this? And I'm like, Reba Sandborn. She finally joined me and she's going to train us on ease capsules. So this is going to be good. Okay. Let's get going. Emily, should I share a little bit about you real quick? So Emily joined us in May of 2020. 2020, man, was a big, big year for our team. Huge. I went diamond. We had so many people rise up and join us. That was so unexpected for 2020. I remember many of us were like, how are our businesses going to do? How are things going to do? And what do? We just marched forward confidently, knowing we had stuff that people needed, right? So that's when Emily joined us. MetaBurn is her favorite Plexus product. Let us know if you feel that way too. So many of our customers adore MetaBurn. She says it changed her life. Those are big words right there, but that's how we talk about Plexus, huh? People like roll their eyes, but we're like, no, you don't understand, right? She said the energy and her mood boost. That's what she said. I got to make sure I'm like getting her wording right. Her energy mood boost was absolutely insane. Her and her hubby have been married for 13 years. No, they've been together for 13 years, married for 3, and they have 2 darling little children. You guys, let's just listen to Emily because I love this story. Thank you, friend.
Thank you. Yes. So I joined in 2020. I was not sure what I was getting into, but I had been watching Michelle and was ready to just be like, okay, I feel like this is the person I can trust to help me reach my goals. And she had kind of mentioned the business. And I was like, I don't think so. I'm a super busy person. I work outside my home at my church. Like, I don't know about that. And then I was like, no, like if I can get my products paid for, I'm here for it. And so of course the first person to join me was my mom, and then my aunt, and then our accountant at work. So I went silver right away. So that is amazing. I am super thankful for that, and just keep going along because I have goals, and just keep praying and seeing where it's going to take us. And then my daughter, so my daughter's 11. Her name is Elizabeth. She is the skinniest, tiniest little thing. So whenever she gets sick or anything happens, we're like, red flags, because, right? You're like, there's nothing to you. What's going to happen? And it started with, she had this bump on her arm, and we weren't sure what it was. I was like, what is this? Like, did she get bitten? Is it like a little pimple? I wasn't sure. And it like popped out, and we're like, okay, well, that's weird. Maybe it'll just go away. And then more came and more came. And they were these big, pustulous, painful, swelling. And they weren't just on her arm, they were on her ribs. And when you have a kid like that's built like her, she's a competitive dancer. She's so tiny, and it's literally like taking up her body, and they were going down her legs. They would get so sore that she couldn't even like take a step. She wouldn't want to walk because it impacted all of it. And I had reached out to Michelle because I'm like, I have no idea. I have no idea what these are. And she's like, I don't know. So we went to the doctors to find out, and she has this rash, and it's super common. It's something that you can get. I didn't realize how common it was. You can get it from swimming in the pools or sharing towels, swimming in a river. And they're like, well, there's nothing we can do for it. It's a virus. It'll just go away on its own. And I'm like, well, see, here's my problem is my daughter's a competitive dancer, which means she has to be able to walk. She has to be able to wear her dance costume. And she's hitting that age where she wants to go swimming and she can't do that. And it's uncomfortable and she's in pain. Like, and as a mom, that's really frustrating because you're like, well, I do something, fix it. Like, I want to fix this for her. So I told Michelle what they said, and she's like, let's boost her immune system. What can we do for that? And so we started talking, and she was already taking the kids' vitamins because she has some stomach issues with milk, and they were helping with that, but it wasn't doing anything for her side. So we reached out to BK, and she's like, oh my gosh, I've totally helped kids through this before, and we got to get on a plan. Let's do this. So we switched her to X Factor with Elo and Ease and ProBio 5. Here's the thing about my child. She will not take a capsule to save her life. So our whole team thinks this is the funniest thing, because I don't know about y'all, but Ease, oh man, it might be my favorite, but it is stinky. That child opens up that capsule and she will put it in her tea and she drinks it. Yep, it is. I do not know how she does it, but she does. And so we got her on that because we wanted the swelling to go down. Oh, honey, sorry, I just saw Liz's comment. We wanted that swelling and that inflammation to go down, because we would be at church and she would just have to go sit in my office because she's like, my leg hurts to walk. So if she can't walk, how can she dance? How can she just be a kid? And so we started her on that, and we're like, okay, the X Factor with Ella, that Ella is going to help her absorb everything and just help her get it all in. And I tell everybody now, like, you need this will help with everything. And then of course, the ProBio has just made a difference. So we started on that, and within a few weeks, we were starting to see like no new ones were popping up. And we started to see that like the inflammation around them was going down, and they were starting to heal and they were starting to go away. And within 6 weeks, they were all gone. And it just, going back into school, because this was right after everything got shut down, the fear of people seeing and the fear of not being able to dance was a lot. Sorry, it gets me emotional because that's a lot for your kid. So yeah. And so, sorry, that mama, right? It made a difference, and it changed her. And when you look at her side now, you can't see. She has barely any scars. It has not come back. It is, they told me that because it's a virus, even though if the spots go away, the rash goes away, it can still come back, and that she can get it again. And I mean, we did everything that they said. And so to this day, she still takes all 3 products and she doesn't get sick. She doesn't have stomach issues. She can dance all weekend because she's not in pain anymore, because those are gone and because these is a miracle. So, sorry, I didn't mean to get emotional. It changed her life. So yeah, it was a godsend.
Oh my goodness. Well, Emily, thank you
Sorry.
so much for sharing. We feel the mama-ness coming through the screen, and we're all feeling it with you, because that's what moms do. We feel what our kids feel, and then I feel like we feel it like 400 times stronger. And that's innate. That is in us, so that we will dig and protect and love on our kids. So you're just such an amazing mama. Your daughter is so beautiful. She's so talented. And we're just very, very happy that God brought in Plexus. Do you guys see how this is an answer to prayer to so many? So many do not know. So many are going to the doctor, just like I did. Like, can you help me? Is there anything? No, you're stuck with this. Here's meds, Band-Aids. You guys share boldly and confidently with love. We have so much to serve others with. Emily, that was amazing. Oh my goodness. I had like a lump in my throat, and my legs, like the hair on my legs are growing because I have so many chills. Okay. Woo. Yeah. Encourage Emily down below, you guys. That was incredible. Give Elizabeth our love too, for taking those stinky ease capsules. Oh my goodness. Hardcore. Okay, you guys, next we're going right into business training now. And I really could not be happier, truly, to have my friend Sonya Dudley on here with us today. I don't think she realizes this, but I'm going to say it. So I met Sonya at Jewels of Excellence training back in 2018. When you go Emerald in this company, they send you out to corporate and they pour into you. Well, this class was a very funky class because there were only like 12 of us. And I was put in the front row, and I was just like, I'm ready to learn. And literally, like, there's Sonya and Helen, like, I almost passed out, and I just, like, my hand hurt from like writing so fast, and oh my goodness. But you guys, in my mind, we were besties. She knew me, like she was my mentor. Like, in my mind, she did not know who I was. But you guys, I had like watched every single one of her YouTube videos, because I trained myself when I got on these products. Literally every day on my elliptical, I was like, I'm going to watch trainings, and literally there would be Sonya on my screen. So I thought to myself, I feel like we'd get along a little, like, in the future. We'll just have to see. And turns out we do. I can't wait to see her in 2 weeks and dance the night away on Kona. Sonya is the type of person that makes you feel like you are the only person in the room when she's talking to you. I remember this moment, because I was like, it's Sonya Dudley. Oh no, here she comes. And she came like right into my space, and I was like, wow. And like put her hand on my arms and it called me honey or sweetheart or something. And just, how are you? How are you feeling? How are you doing in your business? And you just gush everything, like whether you mean to or not, you just tell her everything. So anyway, I'll stop now. I'm just so grateful she's here. Take it away, Sonya.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say to all that. It's a lot. And y'all know you have a lot in BK. Bridget, my girl with the pretty hair, who I have all my favorite fun pictures from January in Arizona in my green dress and your cute dress. We're twirling, we're dancing, we're just, I mean, loving big. And I think I was drawn to Bridget because she loves life big. And I love life big, but I think she expresses it even more than me. And I love, admire, respect, kudos, love. I could not love you more. I could not love you more. The only way I could love you more is if I had more time with you to get to know you more. So big, big love. I've learned so much from you. I've learned so much from Brenda. I've learned so much from you. Both of you are very crunchy moms. You raised your kids well. I just love you both. So, okay, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I learned so much just now listening. I got so emotional with your daughter's testimony, Elizabeth's testimony. So, like, how could we not share? Well, we all want to share, right? We all want to share, but sometimes we start to share, we stop. And it's because there's so many reasons, but a couple things I want to really talk fast about is sometimes we don't share because we have that we don't know our why. Number one, this is the first part. We don't know our why. We think we know our why because we set a why as my why. I want to be debt free. I want to quit my job. Those are not whys. Those are, here's what you say. When you think you know your why and you say, I want to be debt free. The question you say is, but why do I want to be debt free? What would you do if you were debt free? I want to quit my job. That's not a why. Why do you want to quit your job? For me, I longed for time freedom again. I had it my entire career. I had it my entire career with Mary Kay. And then when I got sick, got out of Mary Kay after 17 years, I missed that why. I missed the time freedom. So yes, I wanted to quit my job. When I got into Plexus, I had a job. I wanted to quit my job, but I knew I didn't just want to quit my job and sit home. I longed for time freedom. So figure out your deepest why, because when it's so deep, for me, it was got into Plexus. I swore off network marketing. I would never do it again. But when the products come along and Helen said, I really believe it's a godsend, because she did not want to do network marketing again either. She said, I've read the testimonies. I believe these products are what you need. I was very, very sick. Very sick. I was 38. No, how old am I? 50. I was 42. I'd gotten really sick at 38, 37. I felt like an old person, not even who I am now at 52, like old, like 70, 80, 90. I don't even know, like a 70-year-old person. I know people that are 70 that are very sick. I felt like that. So the reason that I moved so fast was because it wasn't because I knew more than anyone. I knew nothing about what was in the products. I can still tell you the pink drink, it's got pink something in it to make it pink. I think I don't know. It's about it. But the products changed my life, and my why drove me past my fear. My why just took me past fear. It made me be bold. When your why is so in the concrete, in the sand, which is my next little quick topic here, you will not think about what do people think of me. Here's the news. They're going to think about you whether you're doing something great or doing something bad. They're going to think about you for one hot minute, and then they're going to think about somebody else's problems or their own. They're not really dwelling on us, but we think people dwell on us, and they don't. And if they do, they need more to do in their life. So move past what people think about you, please, because life, you will blink and be my age. Some of you are already older than me. You understand how fast it goes. I know you know. I can't even talk about it anymore. I get emotional how fast life is, okay? All right. We've been conditioned. Well, I'll just take you right into the sand story. All right, I'm watching my time too. All right. So the sand story. I was at the beach about a month ago, and I was standing in the sand, on the edge of the ocean. And I started thinking, I was looking down at my feet, and I was watching the tide, take my feet, somewhat under, and then I would move around here. And different times of the day, I would just notice the differences in how much the sand and the tide would, at different times of the day would move my feet differently. How life and different situations and different times in our life, we're shaken, we have to readjust life different, a little bit here, not so bad, a lot here, ooh, and sometimes a lot. The tide takes us up our feet, and we literally have to move our feet and go far away. But the point I'm going to make here is, you never leave the sand and not come back. Don't you enjoy the tide and the beach. You enjoy it. And even when it's hard, you step back in because it is worth what you go through. You know, losing people, losing someone you love, it's still worth loving them. I look at my story of going through the worst pain I've ever had physically in my body when I suffered a lot of pain, and then I found Plexus. But I remember thinking, now looking back, I couldn't see the picture because I was in the frame. I didn't know God was going to use my story so significantly. I mean, the ripple effect, it's emotional, you know, and I'm not bragging here at all. I'm not a bragger. I'm probably one of the most humble people. I see all the faults in myself. Bridget's my skincare girl. We talk about all the things. Like, I'm very vain. I see my faults, but I'm going to say to you, had I not said yes to Plexus, there were no diamonds in Plexus. I think I hit diamond. There were 2 diamonds. Helen had just hit, and I hit about 3 weeks later. Had I not said yes, I think about the thousands of people, the 100 and something diamonds on my team that are probably, you know, and then emeralds and sapphires and people I don't even know anymore. I don't know who they stem from, but they'll say, oh, I'm your level 24. And I go, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. God will use what you're going through. If you will allow him to use your pain and your trials, and your why lines up with Plexus as your vehicle, because Plexus is not my why. Plexus was my vehicle to my why, right? I have a goal, I have a why, I have to find the vehicle. A whole nother training. I have a circle and everything for that. Maybe one day Bridget will ask me to do a real training and I can do a long training. I would love to teach on that. It's really good. But I want to just say, you have to draw your line in the sand. And the reason that we don't is we have been conditioned. We've been conditioned our entire, I'm going to stop. I'm going to do 1 minute. We're conditioned our whole lives by parents when we're young, grandparents, teachers, preachers, peers. We are conditioned so much that our dream is just squashed a little bit more, a little bit more. Get real. Stop being a dreamer. Don't think you can do that. Who does that? No one in our family did that. And you just get squished until you just learn to settle. We are not born to settle. I need you to hear that. You're not born to settle. You are conditioned to settle. You learn to settle. You are born to dream, and you are born to fulfill God's gifts and God's talents, but what he gave you. You're supposed to dig and go through trials and figure it out. So when people say, oh, I'm gonna try something else, just put your feet deep in the sand and adjust to life, but know that nothing worth having is easy. If you're going through trials, yay, you are meant to be where you are. All right, I'm going to stop. I have a lot to say. I could talk for 30 minutes. But you guys, the month is closing in. Congratulations. If you've done all you can do and you've done your best, congratulations. You will hit your goals when you're supposed to, as long as you're doing all that. It's God's timing. Don't use it as a crutch. Do your best 100%. You're good. I'm proud of all of you. Love you, believe in you, all the things. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I have to tell you this, Sonya. So we have somebody on here whose team is pretty sinking close to Emerald. It's Ali Bashan. You were going to make a quick video for her. You guys, Sonya wanted to make a video for Ali's team. Do you have something to tell her right now? You just want to tell her right now?
Ali, listen to me. Listen, if you're going for Emerald and you have a team that's going for Emerald with you, just pray over it. You'll all give it 110%. Don't do it where it's not organic. Push, but push organically with passion and boldness, because you want to sustain that. And if it takes you another month or another 2 months, and it won't, because it just won't. I know what's coming in September. It just won't. It will happen. It will happen in September. I'm saying it's gonna. But here's what I'm saying. Just keep believing, because if it took you 5-10 years to hit Emerald, to make that kind of income, to have that kind of lifestyle, would you do it? Yes. What if it takes you another month? What if it did take 2 months? You got this. Your team is going to run with you in September like nothing they've ever run about. And y'all are going to hit it, and they're all going to come about and hit ranks. And that's the beauty you're going to endure, is this, and enjoy, not endure, but you're going to enjoy watching them. And they're going to then soar on with you to the ranks, and you're going to be sapphire before we blink. So I believe in you. I love you. I'm proud of you. And if I can help you in any way, reach out to me. I will answer you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well,
Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you, Sonya.
you're welcome.
It's so beautiful. You guys, I love this business. Do you not love this business? Look how often Sonya just mentioned, God's purposes for us. A scripture that came to mind as Sonya was talking, because she was like, don't make that an excuse that this is all God's. And like, the Lord, may he bless the work of our hands. These hands right here, we're just like, Lord, bless our hands, right? Sonya, that was amazing. Yes, we will have you back. Thank you for giving of your time to us today. We love you. Guys, can you unmute yourselves and just say thank you to Sonya really quick? Thank you. Thank you. We're so
Thank
glad.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love it. Oh my goodness. I literally have tears coming down past the glasses. Holy emotional call. Okay. Next, you guys, we have product training. Can we get any more goodness in this call so far? I don't even know, but it's coming right now. You guys, Reba Sandborn, her husbands know each other from military life, and her hubby just retired. So happy for them. You guys, she's been married to Scott for 22 years. They have six beautiful kids together. She is a homeschooling mama. I actually met Reba when I was pregnant with number 2 with Liam, with my chunker munker. And Reba was actually my Bradley birth instructor in her home. And I only made it to a couple sessions before that babe came out. But whoa, I mean, the things that I learned in her home helped me with an amazing, very quick home birth. Liam came out of nowhere. We were not planning on that home birth. That's how I was turned on by home birthing. And God knew I was going to need some Reba Sandborn before I did that in my house. Truly. So I'm going to share really, really quick about her too. Her favorite Plexus product, she said she could not decide, but she really appreciates slim and active together because she's a homeschooling mom. I mean, why else, right? Also, this is really cool for you guys to know. Reba's heart health has actually been super improved by the daily use of our magnesium product, Bio Cleanse. Oh, yes. Lastly, her favorite quote is from the Bible, and it's Philippians 4:8. You can look it up later, but she mentioned that she is purposely working towards training her mind to see and dwell on what is true, excellent, and praiseworthy. We're all with you, Reba. You can take it away. She's going to train us on ease capsules today.
All right. Thanks, Bridget. I am going to tell you guys about ease today. I tried this product about a year ago, and probably because Bridget kept putting things on GG Info about how many things were in ease. And I was curious, so I tried it. I actually got it with my perk points because I'm like, all right, new product, I'll try it with my perks. I was blown away by how effective it was. It's basically, now I believe everyone should know about it. It really covers all things inflammation. So most people are dealing with some sort of inflammation. Most people need to start with ease. They do. So I almost always offer it to people as one of the first products to try. But I am going to mention, it only has 4 ingredients, but they're 4 powerhouse ingredients. So I'm going to go ahead and mention each one and just try to briefly cover a few things in them. The first one is New Zealand Greenlit Muscle Powder. This one really intrigued me because I had not heard about it. I was like, okay, what's the big deal with the Greenlit mussels? But I have looked into it a little bit more now. They are super rich in anti-inflammation, anti-inflammatory fatty acids like omega-3s, DHA, EPA. So think heart health, brain health. Okay, those come from those fatty acids. They also contain a substance in them that inhibits protein and enzymes that cause inflammation. So they help inhibit it. They are rich in chondroitin sulfate, which is one of the reasons that they're even more effective than chondroitin and glucosamine. So joint health, that's really big for joint health. They're also high in zinc, iron, selenium, and B vitamins. And something I noticed in my research last night and today were they increase the uptake of iron into our cells, which I did not realize. So that makes me think of people who struggle with like anemia and things like that. So they increase the uptake of iron. Very cool. The next ingredient is bromelain. That is a protein digesting, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, proteolytic enzyme. And I'm gonna share that word because it's just a fancy word for it breaks down the proteins, breaks them down into amino acids so your body can process them properly, right? So it's proteolytic. It's found naturally in pineapple. It is anti-inflammatory, has anti-inflammatory properties, anti-swelling, anti-thrombotic, so helps break apart blood clots, soothes and relaxes inflamed muscles, aids in injury recovery, like think strains, sprains, injuries to ligaments, tendons, and muscles. And I didn't realize that the bromelain was where that was coming from. Serrapeptase is also a systemic enzyme. It helps the body break down proteins in scar tissue. It decreases inflammation and mucus. That's an important one. A lot of times I'll mention to ease to anyone who's dealing with sinus issues, recurring sinus infections, or just sinus issues in general. It can really help thin the mucus, so that's important. It helps dissolve non-living tissue. So again, helps with scar tissue and injury. It's also been shown, studies have been shown in like breaking down fibroids and pulmonary fibrosis. It's not a cure, but it can really improve the quality of life for people who deal with those things. And then the last ingredient is turmeric extract. It's a potent anti-inflammatory, an antioxidant, decreases blood pressure, decreases LDL cholesterol. And just a little personal note on that one, turmeric is one of the things we have turned to while my husband was in the military, because when you are a pilot and when you're in the military, you're very limited as to what you can use naturally and still be within the confines of what they say you can do. Well, turmeric is a food, it's a spice. So it won't pop or raise any red flags if you're in the military and you're using that. So we actually started my husband on turmeric and some tart cherry extract, again, a food, to help keep his cholesterol below the need for meds. And since we did that, he hasn't had to go on any meds. So we've been able to keep it at a good level. And high cholesterol runs in his family. So we addressed it pretty aggressively when his numbers started creeping up before he was even 40, but at least in his early 40s. I guess we're still kind of in our early 40s, mid 40s. Anyway, back to turmeric. It absorbs best when taken with a source of fat. So I thought that was really interesting. That combination of the Greenlit mussels and the turmeric works beautifully together. The Greenlit mussels is going to increase the absorption of the turmeric and most likely the other ingredients as well. So when we're thinking about who is it for, it's for almost everyone. I'm going to go over a few people that should have caution about using it, but it's for athletes, for workout recovery, anyone with breathing issues like asthma, allergies, cold and sinus problems, anyone with aching and swollen joints. We can all think about the diseases that come into play with that. Gut health issues. I learned that Greenlit mussels also act as a prebiotic. So they actually feed the good bacteria. So they are just kind of amazing things. But as far as cautions, because it has the Greenlit mussel extract in it, anyone with a shellfish allergy should avoid it. So always a bummer if I find someone who has a shellfish allergy, but definitely something that they should not take. Also, someone with bleeding or clotting disorders, almost all of these ingredients kind of enhance the blood thinning aspect. So you have to be very careful. If you have a bleeding or clotting disorder, it's probably one to stay away from. The other people who should be careful, first and third trimester pregnancy, turmeric is kind of a stay away from in your first trimester, especially. And then because of the blood thinning properties, it would be one that I would be hesitant to use during my 3rd trimester as well. I know Liz has used it, Liz Crowell has used it during her 2nd trimester. And I think with advice from an OB or your midwife that you could very easily incorporate safely at that point, but definitely something to do with guidance.
Yeah, I stopped it in my 8th month.
Yes. So anytime I'm taking a supplement in my pregnancies that would increase how long I would bleed, right? That's something I'm gonna taper off at least 6 weeks before my due date, just to allow. And then I actually start working with vitamin K. This is a little off topic, but I add some vitamin K products in at that point to increase my ability to clot well, because hemorrhage is a big deal, especially for those of us who decide to do home births. We don't want to hemorrhage. So, no one does, but especially in a home birth situation, it can be really scary. So the other groups that just should use with caution, only because there aren't a lot of studies. Pregnant and breastfeeding and children under 6, they don't have a lot of studies. I would tell you almost anything natural or even medicines, they don't have a lot of studies on that demographic, on those demographics, just because it's very difficult to study those groups ethically with things we're not sure about. So just those would be groups that would need to just use wisdom and seek counsel as they decide what to do. As far as dosing, something to keep in mind, dosing with this one, it often takes time for these ingredients to build up in your body before they're really effective. In researching the individual ingredients, a lot of times I saw it takes 4 to 8 weeks to see effective results, 4 to 12 weeks to see effective results. So it's not surprising that it would take a little bit of time. I will say personally, when I used it, when I bumped up to 4 a day, I could tell a difference within a few days. I could tell a difference in my neck and back discomfort. So it can take time, but then there are some of us who are super responsive to different supplements as well. So I wanted to just mention a loading dose is often recommended in the beginning. So you often want to encourage people to try to build up to 6 a day. I don't know that everyone gets to 6 a day, but that would be kind of the goal. That would be 2 capsules 3 times a day. I have also asked some questions of many of you, and taking 3 at a time, and then three in the morning, 3 in the evening is also as effective. So there's ways that you can get those 6 capsules in. So that's month 1. That would be 3 bottles of Ease, just kind of doing the math ahead of time. 2 capsules 2 times a day for month 2. And that would be 2 bottles of Ease. And then the maintenance dose is typically 2 capsules per day for month 3, which would be about a bottle. And I love one of the trainings that I saw Liz Crowell offer. She mentioned how she'll often start people with 1 capsule a day for just a few days to give people time to see how their body's responding. Some of the ingredients in Ease can cause diarrhea or stomach upset at first if a person's not used to it. So it just gives their body time to get used to it, to see how they're responding. And then you can build gradually from there. And I usually feel like 3 days is a good amount of time, and then start building, every 3 days, build a little bit more. I also wanted to point out with that low dosing, because I think some people are really resistant about it. And just an analogy that I like to use that I learned from my naturopathic doctor in Texas. We had a son who had some OCD symptoms, and we went to our naturopathic doctor, and he was prescribing supplements at really heavy doses, way more than the bottle said to use. And so I asked him, I was like, hey, why do we need to use so much? And the analogy that he used was like, hey, in that case, my son had a neurotransmitter imbalance. So that was the fire, right? And he was telling me, like, you can't put a fire out with a water gun. You need a fire hose, right? So a lot of times you need that large enough dose to get the fire under control. When it's under control, when things are back in balance, then you can bring it down to a maintenance dose. So if someone is not sure why they have to do more than the bottle says, a lot of times it's just a mindset of understanding, okay, there's a fire here. We have to deal with it with a heavy amount of good stuff, right? Then we get it balanced and we bring it into balance, then we can maintain. So it's not a forever, but it's for a while till that person's body responds the way it needs to. And then the last thing I just wanted to mention, is the best time to take Ease is on an empty stomach, usually 30 to 60 minutes before or after a meal. So a lot of times first time in the day or at bedtime, or first time in the day and at bedtime. So the main purpose for that is those enzymes in there, the proteases that they go after protein, and you don't want to confuse it basically with protein in the stomach. You want it to get past the digestive system into the bloodstream. So having it on an empty stomach allows it to do that and go after the inflammation that it needs to eat. So that was a lot of information. Sorry, kind of like a fire hose.
Oh, no, sorry to us, Reba. That was absolutely incredible. You guys, this woman knows her stuff in health and wellness and in supplementation for her family. She's an incredible mom and wife and homeschooler of 6. Like, she just graduated to homeschool kids. She is not willy-nilly. So I hope you took really, really good notes. That research was amazing. I learned some new things today, Reba, and I love that. And I'm sure you have way more that you read that you just didn't even have time to share, because that's the science behind these products, you guys. Those ingredients in Ease, I mean, our company, our scientists decided to put those together. It is literally one of our miracle products. I'm going to share this quick thing. A friend of mine, her name is Clara Literal. Her daughter for many years could not hear out of one of her ears. And they were trying everything, and like chiropractic and, lymphatic massage, and very, very crunchy mama tried all the things. I mean, and clean eating and the rebounding, moving the lymph. And so someone said, like, go up in Ease like crazy. So this is little Evie, 8 years old. She went up to 8 E's, and it was within just a few days. And, they made sure that this was safe for her. Within a few days, like right in the middle of playing with her siblings, her ear went boop. And it's like all the liquid drained, you guys. That way it was just like buildup of inflammation and a swollen, whatever, tubes. You guys, we have something so special. It was literally a miracle. She could not hear out of her ear for a long time. Like, her siblings would have to come over this year, and they would tease her all the time, like try to trick her. It was really funny. She was very darling. I'll always remember that story. Always chat with your your close peeps if you have an amazing naturopathic doctor or a physician that you love, if you have extra questions. But we're here to help, because we literally have hundreds of children on this team on Ease. Can you believe that? Okay, thank you, Reba. Thanks everybody for being here. This was an incredible call. Yes, it was longer, but I'm not even going to apologize, because I think it was absolutely incredible. Love you guys. Have such a blessed day. Happy end of August, and let's go help some people. Bye. Mwah.